Welcome, friends, back to the Zelda 1 Random Percent Tournament. My name is Magic Friends, and I'm here with Homer J. Smash to bring you this awesome race between DrJayPHD and Fryteeth. How are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. I can't wait for this game 2 of this series. See what the runners have in store. We know that all the flags, or most of the flags from the randomizer, are going to be set to 50-50. We know that Dr. J's remorse flag was turning the sword upgrades to turning them off, replacing bomb upgrades. So we will have mags and we will have a white sword. But other than that, we have a lot that we have to figure out.
Yes, and you can see that most of the tournament we've had numbers up at the top for the code, but because we have the sword upgrades turned off, we get our usual icons up at the top.
Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't even realize that.
So Fryteeth is up a game. We are in the bonus bracket. So if Dr. J needs to win this game to stay alive.
Absolutely. So a couple things we're looking for right off the start. We want to see their start screen so we can see how many Triforces they have, what items they're starting with. Ooh, we got a red candle and a magic boomerang, and a whole bunch of Triforces.
5 Triforces, some decent exploration with that red candle means we won't have to buy any candles or hunt down a take any shop to get one. And I guess the boomerang's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, with the candle, you already have, especially red candle, you have repeatable offense right away. And be curious to see these red Octoroks at least are dying to one hit. So if all the enemies are dying one hit, that boomerang will be very useful.
Those red levers also died to one hit.
Yep, absolutely. So that boomerang might be pretty nice tonight, actually. A long-range weapon killing everything that's vulnerable to a boomerang. So we know that they have to dig 1 for the Triforce, because that doesn't change. But the other spots, depending on which dungeon quest we're in...
This is 2, and it looks like coming in. That's Vanilla 2, first quest.
All right, so 1 through 6, definitely first quest. That's one thing we don't have to worry about anymore.
So that means has bombs either. So this is not an easy dungeon to traverse without bombs.
No, definitely not, and no sword yet, so they can't kill those bunnies or these dark nuts. a lot of these enemies in here, they can't really do anything too. Free Triforces is free though.
Good thing to note is that even that we do have our enemy sets shuffled, as we have some blue dark nuts in here and some Pole's Voice.
And Fryteeth's going to take his Triforce and get out of here. Dr. J is doing some more exploring. He's going to get a key at least.
We do see Fryteeth using that boomerang.
Absolutely. Dr. J, I don't believe, has found an enemy that he can kill yet in this dungeon. And we have 5 immediately as well. Which that'll be another one that they need. It'll be 5, 2, and 1 are the 3 that they didn't start with.
Well, Fryteeth finds a bunch of keys in a push block room, but since it's level 2, the push block room doesn't do anything.
Yeah, right. Dr. J got a 5 rupee for his trouble, but otherwise not not what you're looking for there, for sure.
So this room he's in now is normally a drop room in vanilla, and it has both a wall master and now it only has a wall master. So if the wall master is the boss enemy in this room, he can clear it.
Absolutely. Yeah, Dr. J is definitely hoping that there's going to be some payoff here for this extra exploration, because Fryteeth just found his compass in 5. So if he can access that Triforce, this will be he's going to be stuck on that island, I think. That's yeah. That drop room in 5 is always there on that island. And Dr. J is leaving. Go back and get that Triforce. There you go. It looks like drops are happening in their vanilla rooms. So Triforces will be in Triforce rooms.
Our Triforce in 5 is ladder blocked.
Okay, well, that's interesting. That's good. As a runner, personally, I like it when we have to dig stuff out. I just feel like it's less of a 9 hunt, more of, who can clear things faster. Fryteeth finally does get bombed.
Yeah,
I
that makes
didn't
sense.
see.
It's just like you don't want it to be a fast race. If you can just like grab all 3 Triforces immediately, it can get really sketchy because then it's just like who opens the door to 9 first could be the answer.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know about you, but a lot of times I go to 9 and with 3 hearts and green tunic, no keys, and have a bad time. We do have shuffle enemies drop on because that Tektite just dropped a bomb. So that's interesting. We're going to be in first overworld or first quest mixed. Not sure yet until we get some more information.
With level 3 being a dungeon shape instead of a door, then we know that it is not second quest. And
right,
we find
and actually,
level 1.
The brown level 3 means that it's first quest mixed or first quest. Yeah, here's one. This is this is great. Finding all the dungeons that he needs except for 9 so far. See, pallets are not shuffled, but since we have the dungeon numbers, it doesn't really matter.
You broke my Mr. Banana lamp.
Dr. J is going to explore up here, try to find his Armos item. That's something that we don't know yet.
Fryteeth cannot get any farther in this level 1 because of a key block in the legs of the eagle, but he does find his ladder.
Oh man, that is huge. That is absolutely huge.
So Fryteeth can up A, go get that Triforce out of 5 now, and then he could be a 9 without even having a sword yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Might not need it. Hopefully get some keys in 5. Keys usually pretty good in 5, so.
And we have seen enemies shuffled, so if we happen to roll Gorias in 9, we don't need it.
Yeah, I mean, Zelda could be 3 rooms up. You might not need to kill anybody in 9, really. And Dr. J finds level 8, or Asylum 8, as these guys are playing with tonight.
We do see that the Triforces are confirmed to be in their original rooms, so he just needs to get into this level 1, which he's already found, go find the Triforce room in that one. But he's got to go back. He's going back into this 5 right now because he needs to find a key.
Yeah, he needs keys. And he's got some money, too, so, as he's exploring, he hasn't found 9 yet anyways. So maybe finds a key shop, help him out.
And we have a first quest. Well, we definitely don't have a second quest level 8. It looks very vanilla-y. There's multiple rooms on the bottom level and then one room that lets you go north, and it comes in at the traditional starting spot.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say we're 1 through 9 are going to be first quest. Finds the compass. He's going to do some more exploring in here. There are at least 2 items in here. We have not seen whether or not heart shuffle's a thing or not yet. Okay, he's out of here now. That's probably the wise move. That's what I would do if I was in his position.
Dr. J, with the money they found very early in the seed, and they found some big, large secret and a couple of smalls, or a couple of mediums. So Dr. J now has 175 rupees and 3 keys and 6 bombs after stocking up. So he could just go finish this one without any weapons.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And who knows what's in 1? We know that the white sword exists somewhere, so potentially the white sword might be in one of these dungeons. Yeah, Fryteeth needs to find a key. He's going to go into 8, look for a key here. If he's got the drop rooms up, he will know what rooms will drop a key, save him some clearing time.
Yeah, even with random percent, rooms, whether or not they will drop, will still follow the same amount of them that drops in the vanilla game. So, for example, like if you see the sandy deserts, they always will drop something. Now that could just be a key or a 5 rupee or something like that, but it'll always drop something. And then a room like the blocks that look like a set of the pips on the number 5 dice, they'll only drop 1 out of every 8.
So Fryteeth gets his key, and he's going right back to 1. So they're going to be in the same dungeon at the same time. Fryteeth has the Triforce out of 5. Dr. J does not have yet. But otherwise, we're about in the same spot.
Yeah, both runners with their candle and their ladder, so all the exploration stuff is good to go for these dungeons. Just a matter of how well they can navigate on swordless mode.
Yeah. I mean, Red Candle and Boomerang with 0 HP enemies, yeah, you're doing just fine. Until you run into a Gleeok or something that you can't kill.
But even Gleeok, they have a bomb for that.
Well, the Gleeok you can only kill with a wand or a sword.
Oh, I saw an Aquamentus on the screen when you said Gleeok, and I brain farted those two things.
Wrong dragon.
One is dangerous. The other is a bomb-dropping enemy.
Yeah, absolutely. I like Gleeok. I find that he used one of the easier bombs or easier bosses for me to defeat. I don't like the manhandlers. Those are the ones I don't.
We found one of our items in level 1. We already have it.
Absolutely. Magical Boomerang. As one of our friends would say, it is the best item. Dr. J takes an unfortunate death here to those blue land molas. Fryteeth's getting some more keys, so that's good. Always want to have keys in 9, especially First Quest 9. It's a lot of doors. He's going to take his Triforce.
Yeah, this is an interesting call. Looks like Dr. J, he knows where that Triforce is, but he's trying to find the staircase item before he leaves here. He's thinking maybe there's so many items that could help him. He could find a ring, he could find a white sword, which we know are turned on. He could find a bow or silvers. Like, there's a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, he got the ladder, so I think he's... Which is probably just a hard, but...
Now, even though we're don't have any second quest dungeons, we still could have second quest rooms. So Dr. J, that room he just left with all the single blocks could have been his push block, or this diagonal room could be his push block.
And we did see Fryteeth opened up a cave that does not exist on First Quest Overworld, so we know that we are First Quest mixed for overworld exploration purposes. So but they might not be done, being blocked yet. They might have a there, Dr. J picked up his boomerang again. They might have to get a recorder out of one of these other dungeons or power bracelet. A lot of more caves that could be opened.
Yeah, that mixed quest actually makes it more likely that we'll have to dig something out. Again, neither of the gravesite push blocks pushing today, so no help up there.
Not at all.
But because now there's 8 power bracelet slots we could check, there's 7 recorder spots we could check, there's still the 2 raft spots we could check. So there's a lot more things that could be blocked out of this 9.
And he's going to get some more money. And Dr. J is going to find a shield, cheap shield, 70 rupees. That has some value, I suppose, if your 3 hearts green tunic going into 9.
But we do not have a cheap blue ring. It is 250. So we're going to have to... It's very unlikely that our runners are going to spend money on that.
And there's some they're talking about in chat about whether or not second quest rooms are on. It is my understanding that if you are in full first quest dungeons, oh, we have a shield as our Armos item, so we have a boomstick somewhere.
And we have a white sword in the white sword cave. If Fryteeth can find a heart dropper, if he can find a couple Takenis,
Yeah.
he could actually pick up that sword.
That's right.
Just skip
yeah.
the wood one.
Yeah, right. Start with the upgrade. That's fine. Well, that's good. That's good to find. Just to finish my thought, what I was going to say is I believe that the only way you can have second quest rooms in first quest dungeons is if it's a mixed quest. So since it's first quest straight across, then that flag I believe is grayed out. It's like it doesn't even let you use that as an option. If you have second quest, say like 7, 8, 9, then different rooms can kind of shuffle into a first quest dungeon, I believe. But I'm not an expert.
Yeah, there is a flag that turns on or off whether or not second quest rooms and second quest doors are required. But yeah, I don't know if there's any qualifiers to make that possible. Alright, that's a heart for Fryteeth. If he gets 2 hearts, he's actually going to have about a 80% chance of getting his heart or getting his white sword, because there's a 50% chance that that's just vanilla, which is 5, and then if it rolled to 3, 4, or 5, he will also get them. DrJ making a Death Mountain play too. This is interesting.
I didn't see what the other item in 1 was. I don't think that they must have been blocked. Maybe they didn't want to spend their key to find whether it was a heart on the floor in 1. Yeah, we saw the blue boomerang for sure, and then we had the ladder, but there was going to be either a heart container or another item in there on the floor. And DrJ making that magical shield work out for him.
Getting those blocks on those lino sword beams, it's very helpful, especially when you're up on Death Mountain and you have those very narrow cases you can be at. Fryteeth finding 7 on the coast. That is not a dungeon he's going to stick around for.
No, definitely not. Maybe you want to pop in 1 or 2 rooms just to see if something's laying on the ground that you want, but first quest 7, when you already have the Triforce and you don't have a sword, it's not a place anybody wants.
Yeah, with the 0 HP enemies, if you're just jumping in, I saw we got raided just a minute ago, so 0 HP enemies make this pretty much... The sword is really just the qualifier that lets us kill Ganon if needed.
Yeah, we also have some bosses and some enemies that we can't get to. Fryteeth, you can pick up that heart. You have your ladder.
That was also a truthful hint. The old man has a white sword at the grave.
And I'm gonna give Fryteeth some grief for that, but I have 100% done that where I forget that I have the ladder and I see a ladder and I immediately walk away. Because if he goes and gets that heart on the coast, he can get his sword, which DrJ has his wood sword here.
Yep, wood sword over near the power bracelet slot in the middle of the map in the Lost Woods.
Yeah, that he'll find that eventually. But I'd rather have the white sword. It's kind of inconvenient to get back over to the grave where it was, but still. Probably not as useful to see because of the 0 HP. It'll help with Ganon, I suppose, and potentially with bosses.
Yeah, yes, Gary. It's that open cave right. That's a better descriptor. South of the desert.
Yeah, I believe that's a candle shop in vanilla.
I don't think I've ever seen a route that uses that shop, so I don't even know.
Oh, the bomb shop is what Chad is saying. Yeah, I don't run vanilla at all, so I don't know. It's been years since I've beaten vanilla.
All right, so we're still just digging out this overworld, trying to find a level 9 somewhere. The runners, other than the runners, are definitely exploring a lot of this pretty quickly, and they're also exploring different spots too. So we're starting to run out of places to find it.
Yeah. Dr. J still has to go to 5 too. Get his Triforce out of there. And
Yeah,
and
5
Fryteeth
is
still
near
needs a
where we
sword.
start, though. He can up A for 5. But I don't like the play of just leaving it there. I think at some point you don't want to find 9 and then have to up A to go get your Triforce out of 5 and then walk. Like, say 9 is up in the northeast corner. You don't want to have to go get that Triforce out of 5 and then walk all the way back up here.
Exactly. No, I agree. And it seems like we haven't found any of the any roads yet, so I would guess that they are in the power bracelet spots for vanilla. So it's not going to be easy to get back over there whenever you do find it.
We've got Potion Shop has level 6.
Yeah, not going to spend too much time there either. I don't blame him. Still a lot of caves for him to check for 9.
So Dr. J is getting his information about the white sword. He has not gone up there yet, and he is gonna... Is he gonna grab his heart? He is gonna grab his heart. Yay! So now he has a very high percentage chance of getting that white sword.
Yeah, he remembered he had the ladder.
Alright, level 3 for Fryteeth in the secret location up in this corner.
Yeah, 3 is interesting because it's a small dungeon, but it's kind of annoying to traverse because it has all those different extensions. So I find that a lot of times it takes me a long time just to get through it.
Especially since we could end up in 9 at any time. I don't like digging it out because a lot of times those tendrils, the little the points of the star, end up being key blocked. And we're going to need as many keys as we can find for this level 9 near level 1.
Yeah, right here. Here we go. Fryteeth finds it. Dr. J is digging the 7, so this is an interesting call.
That's
I agree with
game?
Fryteeth here. I would.
Oh, it's not game.
I would just be going.
Oh, that first door
That's
opened to Zelda's room, and it's here's some wizrobes.
Well, that tells us that she's not in her room. That's more interesting. Now she could be in a lot of different places because the strategy I think is just to kind of go up as much as you can. But now she could be anywhere.
And Fryteeth probably did the exact same thing I just did. Like, oh.
Yep.
Now, here's the bad part.
Yeah.
This is a wizrobe dungeon and has Pole's voice in it. What does Fryteeth not have?
Yeah, he can't kill a lot of these enemies. He knows where that white sword is. I'd be tempted to just leave.
We
go
have
get it out.
enemy groups shuffled. This is a room with wizrobes and gorillas. How nasty!
Sure is. It sure is. Of course, the wizrobes got shuffled to 9 though. They had to.
I don't know if there's very many places the Fryteeth can go in this 9 without a sword, other than just like spamming walls and blowing through keys. I don't think there's either of those are things he wants to do. Like, the room he was just in could have been the door to Zelda, but he can't kill it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's some stairs that he could potentially take. He might stumble upon the compass. I don't mind this, especially with the helpful hints on potentially what we think are helpful hints anyways. I don't mind this play. It is tough though, especially where he knows exactly where a sword is.
Yeah, that's the thing that attracts me. If I didn't know where the sword was, sure, but he can go get a sword. And actually,
he's pretty close to it too.
He would end up finding a sword before he got back up to the Death Mountain just by checking things.
Well, he's only a few screens away from, if you screen scroll, he's at the desert burn bush, and the white sword was in the grave.
Well, and even that, like the wood sword is 2 screens south of where he is.
Yeah, but that he doesn't know where that is. So I don't think I would leave to go, search open caves. But I know that I have 6 hearts, and I know that I've seen the white sword, so I definitely would go there. But I'm sure that he's just thinking like, I got all these Triforces so quickly. This is not a hard 9 to find. So let me try to find her as fast as I can. And unfortunately, he's just finding too many blocks that he's not able to kill. Fryteeth has 100% seen the white sword.
So Fryteeth actually is getting a good chunk of exploration out of here, but I really feel like this only pays off if Zelda's door is open. But Dr. J's just digging through 7, and that's also kind of a, what are you doing? You have all 8 Triforces.
Well, he doesn't. He actually still has to go to 5. That's the I don't understand the 7 play before 5. I get it if you're the kind of guy that's just going to dig out all the items. Fine, okay. It's not me potentially, but I definitely would 100% dig the dungeons that I don't have a Triforce in before I would go anywhere else.
Nice clip using that boomerang by Fryteeth. The off-weapon clips are not the easiest ones to perform.
Yeah, especially the candle's the one that gets me. I end up damage boosting a lot of the time.
Well, it's not damage boosting if you go backwards.
Well, I still take damage and I get a boost. It's just not the one that I want.
Oh, lots of level 7 nasty.
Lots of Patras here. Yeah.
We have found 2 items. They are the red kettle we started with and the boomerang that we started with.
Yep, absolutely. He's going to get a bomb upgrade here for his troubles, which is not nothing, I suppose. Here we go. Fryteeth's going to get a sword.
Something about this makes me feel like Dr. J didn't realize he doesn't need this dungeon. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He already found the basement item. There's a 50% chance heart shuffles on. It's slightly higher because we saw the heart that was on the ladder location. It's really confusing here.
Yeah, I don't understand this play. I think that he must just be one of the type of people that likes to kind of fully dig everything out and not leave dungeons behind. Doesn't want to walk back here, but yeah, I don't know. At this point, we're looking for a floor item, which is probably just a heart.
The one thing I can think of is he's trying to metagame this a little bit. He's thinking, if I could find those Triforces and have my ladder in under 15 minutes, then Fryteeth also does. And I don't know where 9 is, so I'm going to hope that 9 requires Ganon. Or requires something else that would block it, like maybe a Goma blocking Zelda or a Digdogger blocking Zelda. So maybe he's trying to make the crazy metagame big brain play.
well, it's bigger than my brain, that's for sure, because there's no way I'd be digging this dungeon. I'm going to make the game make me go to 7.
That's Zelda's room. We are in Ganon required.
Okay, here we go. So now it's game on. So now we're looking for a bow, and we're looking for silvers.
All right, so now if Dr. J happens to get a bow on the floor of the next room, then we're all going to look like fools.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's going to have the giant, anime brain going on.
I mean, sometimes the wrong play is the right play with Randomizer. So if I'm Fryteeth at this point, I'm going right to 2. And then I'm going to go right to 3. And then...
Well, we still have 2 items in 1. So I think I'm going to check 1 because it's also right next to where I am.
1 is down. It's in the bottom left corner. And they found everything other than what's probably the floor heart. So, oh, there's the any key. So that's nice.
Well, that's going to save a lot of the exploration time. He doesn't have to worry about grabbing keys off the ground or anything like that. And he'll also get information on whether the heart shuffle's on pretty shortly here. There's only a couple more rooms that he wasn't able to check out. It's just a matter of whether he could kill him or not.
Yeah, I don't think he killed like hardly anything in here.
This will be a drop. It's just a key.
Of course it's a key. He just got the any key. What else would it be?
Oh, Troll Dongo gobbling up 2 bombs on Dr. J. Cannot get the reset.
Yeah, Garen's asking in chat. I don't remember if it was the normal item room with the turrets that drops the boomerang. We do have Triforces in all their Triforce rooms, so it must be. Oh, takes an unfortunate death there to Dark Nut. So we're looking for the Dodongo room. I believe that would drop the floor heart. And everything else they can kind of ignore.
Well, that's only if it's not shuffled, which
it's not. I mean, we've seen too many Triforces and Triforce rooms, I think.
This was the room that had the any key, though. That room he was just in, I think, was the room that had the any key in it. So wouldn't that have been the heart?
Okay, the blue Dark Knight room, that's the blue desert, then that would have been the heart. So then he's looking for the turret room. I think it's a turret room, but the blue boomerang is in. It's got 4 corner BMOs, I believe.
Okay, never mind. The blue desert room from a different dungeon shuffled into level 2, and then had the item. But then there was a heart item in the normal Dodongo room that would have been in level 2.
Yeah, so that tells me that Heart Shuffle, even though we don't have it confirmed, as a runner, I'm just going to assume that Heart Shuffle is off. And I'm just going to be clearing item staircases until I find a bow, or until I'm proven otherwise.
Okay, I was wrong. It was in the quad turret room, was the any key in 2.
Yeah, we're seeing it now on Dr. J's side.
And Fryteeth finds a recorder in 5, which...
Finds a recorder. That's a good item.
Yeah, it can also lead you on a goose chase.
Well, I mean, if he blows it and it takes him to beaten dungeons, then he doesn't have to find... Although I think we may have found everything but 4, potentially. But still, it takes him to all the dungeons. Which
it takes him to beaten, and it takes him to new locations as well, which is really important.
Yep, that is. So now he knows... He's got easy access to every single dungeon, and we know that the white sword item is the white sword, so that's not going to be the bow. And it takes him to it's going to take him to the dungeons that he hasn't found yet, which I believe is just 4. Dr. J finds his heart. He's going to be out of here soon.
So this is good for Fryteeth. It gives him a little bit of a speed advantage here, but Dr. J did get through that level 2 faster, and he doesn't have to go through 7. So if Fryteeth happens to follow like the order of the dungeons and does 8 last, then Dr. J might actually have a bit of a lead here.
There's no way he's going to go to 8 or to go to 7 before he goes to 8. There's 2 items in 8, and it's small. The first quest 8 is easy to clear. I agree. There's no chance of that, in my opinion, especially since he's already found 8. This room there, I believe, is the heart.
That was the manhandler room, and that was a heart. So yeah, we can say heart shuffles off.
Yeah, I would agree. So he's just looking for a staircase item now. And no reason to find keys. They all have the any key. So
yeah, having that heart shuffle off is really helpful. You can just basically, you see a room that doesn't have a block, you just pick a direction and go a different way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And they're both kind of digging dungeons here. Fryteeth already dug 5, so this is good for Dr. J. He's going to have his recorder soon, which will take him to the rest of the dungeons. Because I don't believe that Dr. J found
Oh, Dr. J
some of
never
the
found
dungeons.
the compass, so he didn't know where the recorder was in here, or where the Triforce was in here.
Jeez.
Yeah. So for Fryteeth, you know, he's almost done with this 3. Like I said, this 3 is kind of a jerk sometimes. It takes a long time to clear out all these different little tendrils. Here we go. Finds his item.
Block of wood. Move along.
Yeah, yeah. Even if you prefer that, nothing that's gonna help you today because you started with the better one.
All right, so Dr. J is going to stay in this 5 and try to find the item, and I think that's the right play for him.
Oh, of course. I mean, you already know that you need the bow, so there's no reason to leave. And we need a recorder for 4.
Oh, okay. So
Dr. J picks his up. So item-wise, they're equal. Fryteeth has done more exploration faster, and he's also found 9, which Dr. J has not found 9 yet. So I'm assuming that. Well, I don't want to assume based on what he's done. For me, I would be looking for 9 if I was in Dr. J's shoes, and I would spend some time finding where Zelda was.
well, yeah, and that just depends on what that mindset is. If he's still under the mindset of Fryteeth would be done by now, then he probably just looks for dungeons. But that's a really, like I said before, it's kind of a sketchy mindset. It's very high risk. That's probably the best way to put it. It's a very high risk mindset.
Yeah, I
agree.
agree.
We have permanent sword beams as well. So, like, we don't even need this banana anymore. We're just pew, pew, pew. We're basically playing Legend of Zelda with machine gun.
Yep. Yeah, I hadn't even noticed that yet. Yep, there's the heart in 4.
Well, it was hard to notice as the runners decided not to get a sword for 30 minutes.
Right. Yeah, well, they didn't really need it much. Okay, Dr. J's an 8, so this will be interesting. So if he pulls the bow out of here and then tries to go find 9, then that could be very interesting.
Yeah, this looks very similar. We've seen some of these strategies play out in other races before, but in the opposite side, where a runner's like, okay, I feel like I might be at a disadvantage, so instead of digging, I'm going to go straight to 9 and hope Ganon's open. But Dr. J's making the other mindset. I'm going to play like Ganon is 100% closed, and I'm just going to play it like if this was a forced Ganon seed, and it's paying off for him right now.
Yeah, I know for me personally, I try not to metagame too much because I find that just makes me make bad decisions. I try just to play my game and not really worry about what the other guy's doing. And it looks like bosses rolled to +4, -4. That was a beefy manhandler. At least I have to earn something tonight.
Right, which means we'll probably have like the full 15 on Ganon with a wood sword.
Yeah, that's fine. At least that Ganon's easy to me. Once you know the pattern, the Manhandle is the one that's kind of crazy. It gets a wand. It has limited use in this seed, to be honest. I guess 4-headed Gleeox will be a lot easier.
He has a wand attached to his A button.
Yeah, exactly.
And it hits Dark Nuts and Wizrobes, so it's slightly better.
And it's going to take a bop here.
Oh, big shield block, nice.
Oh yeah, I forgot that they have the big shield. And Dr. J's taking his Triforce and back to 8. Yeah, so Fryteeth's going to dig 8. I like this play. You know there's 2 items here. He's done all the small dungeons. He's got 6 and 7 and 8 left. Definitely 8 is the play there.
Now, chat, we don't have the sound on, so did Fryteeth hear a roar while he was in 8 or not? How?
No audio.
Chat also doesn't know.
Yeah, nobody could hear. Let's see. He up and 8 out of that Gleeok room without killing him, so potentially it could be something of interest. I guess, let's see. Was that all the way over to the left? I Thought there was one more room on the left.
All right, here's a
Let's
staircase
see.
from Dr. J. I don't think he's taken this one yet.
Yeah, Fryteeth's gonna get his beefy manhandler.
Oof.
Yeah, hate to see that. We do find the transport here for Dr. J. So just need a couple of items. There are 2 items here somewhere. Dr. J's out of bombs though, and Fryteeth is looking pretty light on the bomb.
That is one thing this wand could pay off, because Fryteeth found that big shield. If he ends up stumbling upon the book, he could buy that and have a boomstick.
Absolutely. Yeah, Dr. J is in boomstick territory as far as having the right number of rupees. I don't believe that we've seen the bookshop though.
I don't think so.
So I don't know that. For me personally, I'm not going to go digging overworld at this point, since I found 9 and I found all the dungeons that I need with the recorder.
Fryteeth is in the transport that Dr. J just came out of, so that's not going to help us.
Yeah, he's not going to take it though. So it will take him above that manhandler that he died to. But this is, I would stay where he's going. Stay on the path that you haven't seen.
All right, so now Dr. J has a staircase that is going to give us an item.
This will be an item for sure.
Oh, it's the bow!
There we go. Wow. Okay. So 8 was the play. They're both in here at the same time, so this could be a pretty close finish. If Dr. J immediately goes... Oh, he still needs to find 9.
Yeah, he's got to find it. And I don't... He's still in here. You've got to go now. You can't hope that the silvers are not in 9 and Ganon's required. That's a 25% chance.
Well, and at this point, we've seen so many items, and we have not seen a red ring or silvers, so I think that you have to assume that, that they both are in 9.
Yeah, like we're missing a raft, an item that is a power, whatever the Armos item would be. He doesn't know about the wand yet, but he knows about all these other items. So, yeah, you have to go.
Yeah, this is Fryteeth's about to get his bow, so this will be short work for him. He already knows exactly where Zelda is, so he just needs to find Ganon at this point. Dr. J has got to turn on the burners at this point. He needs to find this other item quickly and get the heck out of here. Yeah, hopefully for his sake, it's silver.
Oh, now he is leaving 8. Yeah, at this point, Fryteeth just has to be careful in here. He is still he's on 2 hearts and a green tunic, and this is a Wizrobe and Gorilla dungeon, so it's not easy to navigate through here even once he gets weapons, so he's just gotta be careful.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a big shield, and they died at 1 hit, so I agree. As long as he's careful, he'll be alright. And who knows, Ganon might just be 1 hit.
1 now? Yeah, I'm really confused by this game plan.
Well, there's 1 item that they left, which is just going to be a heart, most likely. Unless the game is playing a huge troll on all of us.
What was the staircase item in 1?
The staircase was the ladder, I thought.
Oh, that's right. They got it so fast, I forgot that was it.
Yeah, staircase was ladder. And, Fryteeth is kind of going... it seemed like he was going in a particular place. I thought that maybe he had heard the roar and we just didn't see it.
Well, he dug out a lot of the center section, so I think at this point now, he dug out a good chunk in the middle, and he didn't find any roars, so he's checking all the outskirts, because if Ganon's on the edges, it's going to be a lot harder to identify him. Plus, he has to find the silver somewhere.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, these staircases, right? Forgot about that. Yeah, Jay needs to get to 9. Needs to find it as soon as possible.
And Jay is going into 3 now. We know that 3 just has a nanner.
Yeah, that's not going to be anything useful for him.
And we have Ganon.
More bombs. We do. We're
that
we're
is
missing some firepower.
yeah. We don't have a way to fight him, but
That's funny too that he's in his room, but she's not in her room. So that potentially could have been a troll if he found that first. It makes sense. There's more rooms that there's less rooms that he can be in.
that's also Ganon, Fryteeth. Okay, actually, that's a pretty smart move. He's in that room. He's probably going to up A, so he pokes again, and now he knows it's 1 HP.
Now he knows 0 HP. Yeah, so now he knows easy. So if he goes in there 1 heart beeping strats, he's going to be okay. Now he just needs to find some silver arrows, and we'll have bacon. And he came in earlier, so I'm sure he marked a bunch of staircase potential rooms. So it just needs to go through and check them.
One thing when I'm digging and I need an item, I like taking all the staircases because it ticks off 2 different rooms on your map that could have been the arrows.
Yeah, I see both ways. For me personally, with especially with 0 HP, I like to stay on my path. So I just the way that I like to route, I just like to clear sections as I go. And sometimes when you take stairs, it kind of takes you away from where you want to be. I agree with what you're saying, though, that sometimes I end up clearing rooms that are hard to clear when I could have just taken the transport staircase. But with this seed, all of these rooms are going to be pretty easy to clear.
Well, there is something to be said about me being in the booth and.
Well, yeah, we both are. I got booted out of this tournament last week, so.
Yeah, I got unceremoniously rejected in 5 games. I did get a game off Angels, so that was a plus.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, he's searching out these staircase rooms. He's finding a bunch of them so far. And a lot of rooms he doesn't have to clear at all, which is always nice.
Yeah, and since we're not hunting for... It seems like the bomb-dropping enemies in here are plentiful.
I was going to say.
Fryteeth has found plenty. And we don't need keys, since we found any keys. So it's really just a matter of go as fast as you can.
Yep.
And keep your health high because you're on green tunic.
Right. Yeah, which, I mean, with 0 HP, everything in here. This is... But
actually, you know what? Have we seen a red Wizrobe in here?
Yeah. They were in the room that he just was in. Dr. J is going to dig out 6. So, okay, here's the play. If silvers are in 6 and the game is a huge troll, then Dr. J will have big-brained his way into a big lead. But we've narrowing it down here. Fryteeth has found a whole bunch of staircase rooms.
6 has the raft. That is...
Yeah, that's not what you want.
Getting tighter and tighter, this noose.
I'm kind of surprised that he didn't pick it up, because I don't believe he found 9, unless he did, and I'm just mistaken. But
well, here's the thing: one of the dungeons he went to that he recorded to was actually at one of the raft locations.
Yeah, even still, I don't know if I don't know where 9 is. Then I'm taking all of the exploration items until I know for a fact I don't need it. I'm wondering if he's just kind of forgotten that he already has these Triforces. Because he's taking them each dungeon, unless he just wants the health refill potentially, I suppose. But I don't know. We'll have to ask when he gets in what his mindset is. I guess just oh man, just like you were talking about, Fryteeth stepping into one of those Wizrobe beams.
Yeah, you can have sword beams as much as you want, but if you get hit in the back by a red or even a blue at sometimes. Plus the Gorillas have 0 frame attacks. They're just like, I'm not going to do anything over in this corner except for turn left, fire at you, and hit you in the back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Gorillas are jerks. Dr. J is very close to 9, so if he just continues on this path,
he's in 9. All right, so
here we go.
have a
There we
race. We
go.
have both runners in 9.
Excellent. Okay, finally. Okay, it took
And
him a while, but
he gets the bad news.
Oh man. I mean, you never know. I don't know why he's clearing this room potentially, but if he takes the right path, that's all it takes. If he takes the right staircase, because Fryteeth was not taking staircases, so
yeah. Now it's just the great equalizer.
Yep, absolutely. It's anybody's race.
And really, other than maybe a Patra or a Manhandla, there's like the combat difference is non-existent. Dr. J actually has more health than Fryteeth, so that could end up being a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's a really trolly path to get to these silver. We haven't found the red ring either. Fryteeth's still exploring. He's been through here before, but he did not go through staircases, so it's going to be what he's looking for.
Here's one thing that may play into Dr. J's favor. Remember, Fryteeth came in here with no equipment before. So there were some rooms that Fryteeth went into and could have on his map, but that he wasn't able to do exactly what he wanted to do because he didn't have the weapons to kill the things in that room. So that might be throwing him off a little bit.
Yeah, it could be.
I think this is a staircase Dr. J has found that Fryteeth hasn't.
Yeah, it's hard to say at this point. I know the Fryteeth tracks 9, so I can only imagine that he's got everything marked down on his tracker that he needs.
And that's kind of what I was thinking is, like, sometimes I'm marking stuff. I'm like, you kind of want to mark things as you transition. You don't want to be trying to mark things while the stuff's shooting at you. So he may have marked something like when he was walking into the room, but then realized, oh, wait, it's slightly different and not marked it correctly. Or, I mean, I hope not for his sake. That would be a miserable way to lose the race, would be get in line 10 minutes ahead of your opponent and then mistrack something as minor as that. But
yeah, right, for sure.
Ooh, did not get to turn right. Gets beamed.
I think that he's just not been in this in the bottom left quadrant. I think is unexplored territory. So he needs to find a staircase that's going to take him over there. Otherwise, he's done. I believe he's done most of his 9. Maybe some chunk in the top middle, but otherwise, I think he needs to get over there in the bottom left.
Well, speaking of top middle, that's where Dr. J is right now. But this looks like it's going to be an item drop.
Yeah, well, anytime you have a shutter door, you know that it's not going to be a staircase room.
Yep.
And chat's telling us that Dr. J now has heard the roar, so he has an idea at least where Ganon is. He doesn't know exactly where. Fryteeth's back up to 8 bombs. Here we go. Here's a key door that he has not been in.
Dr. J finds a compass, so let's see. I don't know if he's been over there quite yet.
Yeah, compass is always good to find when you're just looking for Zelda. All right, here we go. Fryteeth finds a staircase potential here.
Ooh, denied. And then this is not going to be a staircase either, so...
Yeah. So it's not down here. I think that the A column, or the first L column, if you're using level, I don't believe has been explored. So hopefully there's a bomb over here.
That secret says northwest.
There we go.
Skull.
Northwest. Yeah, that makes sense. That's all the left side that he hasn't been to.
Yeah,
so
and that's very locked up. He's got to find one of these transports that gets him over there. Because Dr. J's basically got a big line down the middle of the map that
Yep.
in the same.
Yeah, Dr. J's got open doors over there though. Fryteeth had none. It looked like. So I don't know that he bombed there, and wasn't able to bomb out. I know that Ganon did not have. It was all shutter doors in Ganon's room, other than the top bomb hole.
Right.
So I know all too well that sometimes the silvers are a bomb wall away from Ganon's room. Oh, that's true. Yeah. In chat, they're saying that because he went through Ganon's room from the right. He walked in from the right, so he did not bomb down from there. I don't believe he went into Ganon's room before he did that.
Well, this puts him in the northwest, but in a room I believe he's already seen.
Yeah, this is where he wants to be, though. He's on the path now, because this is where he went to find Ganon. So this will take him back to, like we were saying, where he went into Ganon's room, and then hopefully he's able to bomb into that column.
Neither of those two wanted to let him go left, so that corner did not pay off. Very interesting.
That one's not it. It is. Man, it's got to be so frustrating. You know where you want to go, you just can't get there.
Dr. J's over there now. He found a Patra room, and he's
got a bomb. He's got
a path.
Wow. Oh my goodness. If Dr. J can come in here and just right order his way through this 9, that would be unbelievable.
Oh, but he's going to go north instead. Oh no, he's going back into the section that he... Oh my goodness, he was so close. I think that was the wall he needed to take, that left-hand side. And now he's going the opposite direction.
It's that Patra room. Yep. I think that Fryteeth saw that Patra and left the room.
That health
here we go.
Just knocked him back again. He's got to go all the way to start.
Yeah, but he knows exactly where to go now. And Dr. J is he found the path, but he doesn't know that's what he needed.
Yeah, unfortunately, these staircases that Dr. J are taking are just bringing him back to other staircases he's already seen.
Yeah. Yeah. At this point, I'm wondering how he's tracking his staircases. It's easy to get lost if you're not really clear with. I use a number system. Some people I know do letters, but whatever you use, you want to make sure you know where you're going.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the reasons I just take the staircase, is because in the tracker I use, it can give you it can let you use a question mark, but if I use the question mark, I tend to forget what order I found them in, whereas if I just take them, I'm like 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3.
Yeah, definitely easier to track that way. Oh! Okay. Gets through the room. Here we go. So this is a potential staircase.
Oh, floor drop. Nope.
No, this is not it. It's got to be up here. Okay, here we go.
And it's the red ring.
It's the red ring.
What a troll!
Oh, wow. Amazing. Yeah, he's going to take it. He thought about not taking it, but he's got to have only just
died a couple times in this 9. He has to be, he's got to be a little worried at this point. Okay, Here's another staircase. Yeah, they're right next to each other, aren't they?
Yeah, this has to be it. He's been everywhere else in this 9. And Dr. J literally found the path before he did. He just didn't take it. He didn't know. Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, look at that map. He filled out that whole map. He had Zelda's room, and it looked like one room in the top row.
And a lot of Dr. J being able to catch up this much was his having the exploration, having a little bit more gear coming in here than Fryteeth did, but just the knowledge that Fryteeth had when he came into the game, when he came into this 9, was so much of an advantage that it just was. He just couldn't overcome it.
Absolutely, yeah. If he stays on the path that he's on now, he's going to find red ring and silvers momentarily. Probably going to be too little, too late. Assuming that Fryteeth remembers his tracking, which I've played against him enough times to know that he tracks very well. So.
Yeah, that's a good point, Gallows. Like, if you don't spend quite as much time digging out those extra couple of dungeons, Dr. J definitely could have had this race. Just that extra time of digging cost him.
For sure.
Like the 7, very specifically, digging out 7 and going back into level 1 for a heart.
I mean, his 9, he had an incredible 9. He's going to be finishing here pretty quickly after Fryteeth is. I'm not sure if he knows exactly where Ganon is.
He's heard him, and I think he's heard him, and he got the hint that it's in the northeast. So
yeah, he gets his silvers, gets his red ring. Fortunately, it's going to be a little too late. Fryteeth is on the way to Zelda.
Get your GGs up in chat, friends.
We have a sub-hour.
Fryteeth finishing with a 59.44.
Excellent race. Had some problems in 9 there. Really got interesting there at the end. It's going to be interesting when we get these guys in here to chat. Dr. J going to finish it up now. He's
Dr. J's going to put up a really good time here for this seed, but again,
absolutely.
just a couple of mental things kept him from really taking this one over. But he's going to get a bop right here. I mean, he's not going to lose this fight. You need one hit and red ring. Full health.
Yeah, he's got plenty to do. There we go.
His healer might not be happy with that move. He did not step out of the fire, but he'll be fine.
Yeah, that's all right. Fryteeth's going to join us here momentarily. Dr. J just now has to go find the girl. This is going to be a couple minutes behind Fry, really.
And he's got the compass, so
yeah, he knows
exactly where the girl is. He's just got to find.
He's been in the room actually. He's got a path to her because he saw that she you needed to kill Ganon to get to her. And we see our recorder theme was called out in chat, I believe. People were happy to hear their Tetris theme. Always a good one.
Yeah, no DKPs for Dr. J today. All right, get your GGs in chat for Dr. J as well. Coming in with a time of 101.54.
Yeah, GG, Dr. J. We are joined in the booth here with our winner, Fryteeth. GG to you, sir.
Thank you.
So this will be interesting when you watch this back. I'm sure you're still in IRC now. So you see that Dr. J, he was literally right behind you 2 minutes. But he had an incredible 9 compared to 9 kind of was pretty trolly for you. So Dr. J, turns out he cleared 7 and 6, went to 3 after finding. So he found the bow in 8 right about the same time that you did. But then went and cleared some more dungeons first, and then finally went to 9. I don't know. You had to have a half an hour lead on him getting into 9, something like that. I'm not sure. And then he actually found the path to silvers before you did. He just didn't know that he found it. Very, very tight race. Excellent job to both of you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah, it's one wrong turn there, and that's what sunk me.
Yeah, that was a race that at points did not look very close and then ended up very, very close.
Yeah, I can make up ground, but just apparently not that fast.
So
Not quite enough.
Yeah, Dr. J now joining us in chat. So, how did you guys feel about that start up till you got the 8th Triforce? Like, just start the game. Here's your Triforces, and here's the 3 freebies. What do you want to do now?
Yeah, the 0 HP enemies, that was a nice fix there. Because starting with Red Candle on that's about all the offense you really need for a lot of enemies. Even just for one where you had the ladder and the bow. Or no, bow was 8. But ladder.
Yeah, bow's an A. But ladder, yeah, you both got ladder pretty quickly. Fry found 5 and saw that the Triforce was ladder blocked. So we're like, okay, cool. They're gonna have to actually fight for fight for the C. They're gonna be blocked out of it. And then it was like 20 seconds later. Oh, now here's the ladder.
Yeah.
So that was always.
It's convenient when it's right there.
You know, that was interesting, having all 8 Triforces and no sword. And I mean, I even spent a few minutes in 9 with no sword.
That was the first big divergence in route, is that once you had all 8 Triforces, you went to go find 9, whereas Dr. J started digging some dungeons.
Yeah, because I didn't want to take too many chances on needing to kill Ganon. So once I had the bow, I was just like, all right, that's good enough. Maybe silvers are going to be in 9. Also, I had narrowed it down to basically being a 50-50 shot there, because the only things I didn't get were the item in 4 and the other item in 8. So it wasn't that much of a gamble for me.
Yeah, 4 had the wand, and I didn't see anything else in 6, 7, or 8.
Yeah, 6 was the raft, 7 was Red Candle, and that's all I got there. And the thing is, this is also a boomstick seed.
It was, yeah. We didn't see that. Neither one of you found the bookshop. But you both picked up the shield, which I think was really helpful in that 9.
Oh yeah, especially with all the wizards there, and just like, nope, not happening.
Did we ever see a wood sword? Because I never found that either.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Dr. J found the wood sword. It was in the desert shop. That's next to the power bracelet.
Yeah, that was the only sword I had. I found the white sword, but I only had 3 hearts, and it never went.
Yeah, I found the white sword fairly early, and I picked up 3 heart containers, and after spending a few minutes in that 9, I said, I'm not going to make any progress without a sword, so I went back in there. And then when I left, I went to 2, and then I got the recorder out of 5, and so that ended my overworld exploration, since that took us to any other dungeons I hadn't found.
Yeah, recorder was huge in this seed for sure. I did think it was funny, Fry. You did something that I often do. You went and checked the coast item, didn't pick it up, even though you did have the ladder. I wasn't sure if you were just kind of like zooming at that point, forgot that you had the ladder, or if you just didn't want that heart. I assumed you wanted the heart because you saw white sword.
Yeah, I was, when you've got 8 Triforces 11 minutes in, I was one-track mind looking for 9 at that point, and so I forgot I had the ladder.
That's what I thought. I told Magic, I said, I've done that same thing. Usually for me, it's in a dungeon where I see a ladder block, like a moat room or something. I'm like, oh, well, let me get out of here. I can't do anything here.
And then you walk in that 9, and how was it to walk into that 3rd room of 9?
Oh, I walked, what was that, 22, 23 minutes in? I walked into that 3rd room in 9, and I was already reaching for the keyboard.
Yeah,
we said, and that's the... Nope. Wizards.
Troll. The game always knows. Well, it was just goofing you from last night, since the last seed that you did where you almost walked by Zelda. So I just wanted to make sure that you really knew where she was this time.
And I didn't realize that I did walk by Zelda last night.
Oh, did you really? Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know that it was a that I could walk through and Ganon wasn't required.
Oh man, wow, yeah, okay. Yeah, there's also a flag for silvers and red ring being forced to 9, which often it is. That's that's why I think a lot of runners will immediately go to 9, straight off once they have the bow, just assuming that they're there. I think that the extra exploration, it helped you. Honestly, probably the thing that helped you the most was, like Magic was saying, you came into 9 much better armed than when Fry came in. You had, I think you had 10 hearts at the time, and you had full health too because you had just picked up a Triforce. Whereas Fryteeth was having a little bit of trouble. He would get into these rooms and be like stuck on a ladder, and then there'd be Wizrogues, beaming all over the place. So that was one advantage that you definitely had.
Yeah, 10 hearts, sword, and magic shield going into 9 makes it a bit easier than trying to dive it too early.
Yeah, it also doesn't help when, by my tracker, I saw all but 6 rooms in 9.
Now,
I'm actually
did the
obsessed
fact,
with 6.
What's that?
did the fact that you were tracking earlier in 9 with just a candle and not able to clear the rooms kind of mess anything up for you?
Not really, because any room that might be a staircase, I mark that on my tracker. So, I'm usually pretty good with my tracking, and it's only really let me down once. I never found the 6th set of transport staircases, but I know one end took you down to that bottom section because you couldn't bomb into there.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, so Dr. J, I don't know if you heard this. You were just jumping into the booth when I was telling this to Fry, but you actually found, it was kind of a trolley path to get to the silvers, and you actually found that path before before Fry did. There was 2 bomb holes in that particular room, and so you went up instead of going to the left. So that, it was it was down there where it was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I can't believe that he's going to find this path before Fryteeth is. Fryteeth is clearing the entire dungeon.
Yeah, and I just went up because I figured that better odds there, at least more rooms would be up instead of left, and blew up my.
Yeah, that's just, I was telling Magic, sometimes the wrong play is the right play, and sometimes the right play is the wrong play. It's randomizer.
Exactly, and random percent.
So, Fry, so you, let's say, you are getting the winner of 8 Gen and Fury. Is that correct? I believe.
It's actually the loser.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, the loser of 8 Gen and Fury. So, no easy path either way there. That's the winner and the runner-up of the ABNS tournaments. 2 guys that really know the randomizer really well.
And yeah, that was actually my one time my tracking. Talk about tracking errors. That was the one time my tracking cost me, was against Adaginos in first round of brackets of that tournament.
Well, there you go. Now you got a chance to redeem yourself potentially against him if Fury pulls that one off. Either way, it should be a good match. I'm excited to see that.
And then Dr. J, this is the final game for you in this tournament. Give us some feedback. How did you feel you played, and how much fun did you have?
This was fun because that's usually the kind of thing that I thrive on. In this case, is chaos. But it was a couple of races could have gone a different way, but no real point in worrying about that. Just enjoy the run that I had.
Well,
we enjoyed watching you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I try
well,
to make sure there's never a dull moment.
Yeah, you played really well, and you cleared out. You were a minute behind clearing out 6 extra dungeons, so you did a good job.
Thanks. All right. Well, good luck, Fry, in your next round. And Dr. J, now you can join me and my fellow commentator in the also Rams in the random percent tournament. You're in good company.
Yeah, definitely, especially the field like this.
That's true.
Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. I would like to thank our tracker, DrJayPHD, for keeping track of everything for us. Gary and Old Wolf